welcome to a new video. Today we are doing another sorting, tidying, decluttering, organising of my art studio. Shush Rafiki. And this time we're doing this area behind me. It's a bit of a disaster. I'm anticipating this one is going to take a little bit longer than the desk corner. That was quite easy in comparison, I think, to this, because I know that there's stuff here that just I don't know what to do with, don't know where to put. Hopefully it will inspire you to sort out your studio or creative space. Yeah, hope you enjoy watching. So I have actually made a start. I've cleared up quite a lot of bits and pieces that were just sitting on top here. But I think the big thing I need to do in order to carry on is move this giant box with a big heavy canvas in it. Possibly this one as well for now, although I am hoping that will go under the table. But the only place I can put it right now is where this radiator is, so it can't stay here. This is just a temporary solution. I'm also going to put another picture in that frame. Left or right? Let me know in the comments which is your favourite. I think I'm going to go with this one, it's more autumnal. Good morning, it's a new day and we are carrying on. I don't know why I moved these paper bags up to there because they just need to go away somewhere. But I am loving coming in and seeing this space. It always makes such a difference whenever there's boxes of canvases stacked in. But yeah, I need to think of something to do about that. But now I've made space on the floor, I'm going to fill that up with the boxes that are down here. These sketchbooks can go away onto this pile. And this shelf, there's probably not that much I can do with it other than give it a bit of a tidy up. So the shelf I'm looking forward to tackling is this one here. It's just a complete mess, and I have decided, despite loving these vintage boxes, I'm going to get rid of the boxes because it's just not space efficient. So these are all the gouache duplicates. I don't know if you remember, if you saw that massive haul I did from someone getting rid of their old stash. Yeah, I'm just gonna take those gouaches out of the boxes. I don't know, I might throw the boxes away. I don't know. They're good, they're nice looking arty boxes, so I'm not sure. And I'm looking forward to getting into this box because this was also duplicates in here and I don't know what's in here, so that'll be fun to see what we've got. Hello Merlin. Oh, you come for your plate, have you? I also have his Christmas pudding toy was under there. Where have you found Merlin? So I was right, in this box was duplicates. I've been sorting through them. Mainly tins that I've got more than one of. Got more pencils, which is good actually, because I have been getting through the pencils. I've got some Jane Davenport things. I've taken out water mixable oils that I had duplicates of because that's just useful to have to hand. I also had some duplicates of the acrylics, which is less useful for me. Yeah, I'm going to keep out the things that I am likely to use soon. And the rest of it, I'm going to make a list and attach it on a label to here, because then this box can be stacked upon without me worrying about it. And underneath that box I found this flower which I pressed, which was the rose that was given to me at the graduation from the mastery programme. I might just get a piece of pretty washi tape and just tape that to the wall, something like that. Yeah, why not? So this corner is looking a lot neater now, no piles of stuff all over the place. And it was a really good job that I looked through, because I had totally forgotten that I had bought this multimedia art board. So that's a surface I want to try, because this comes in large sizes. I wasn't totally happy, I'll be honest, with those two big boards. They were a little bit more, I don't know, they just weren't my favourite. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I might do that with my next painting actually. By the way, those are boxes of books that my dad was in the middle of selling, and I've got to get my finger out and get them on eBay. They're mostly, I think the top ones are mostly very old car manuals. I'm not sure what's in the bottom one. So if anyone happens to be interested in vintage car manuals, then do let me know. Okay, it's back to this shelf now that I can stand right in front of it. And I have just noticed that this, which used to be on my painting table, hopefully fit there perfect. So I'm hoping that those gouache tubes will fit perfectly in one of those drawers. And then this crate, I think that's just a gift box that's knocking about. This has mostly packaging in it, and those little wooden corners, and the little corners to protect corners of canvases. I think most of this then can go upstairs, because that's where I'm keeping the guest room, is getting filled with all the boxes, the empty boxes, ready to post them out again. So I might move all that up to there. These wooden boxes, I'm going to go through, actually there's one empty one on the floor which I might use. Yeah, I'll go through this one. I've written watercolours, duplicates and cheap ones. Cheap ones may as well go, because I'm never going to, I don't use my sketchbook enough to use non-light fast watercolours, and I have nice non-light fast watercolours that I would rather use. I'm hoping I can fit the acrylics on one of these, is what I'm heading towards saying. This is empty, this jewellery case. Tins are useful. What's in this box? I have no idea. Oh my gosh, this is Rain's pottery. Oh, I've got to keep that safe. That's Rain's pottery. She was going to paint that. So that's a task for her to come around and do with my acrylics. And here we've got some duplicate fairy statues where I bought a bundle. My beautiful Clarecraft fairy statues. I love these. You can only buy them secondhand on eBay generally. So they're for me to resell. So that doesn't need to stay there at all. And then I have bought a shelf thingy, a shelf organiser off Amazon. So I might try and move these boxes up to the top, reorganise up here, because otherwise I don't think it's going to fit. This is fun, but taking a lot longer than I expected, as per usual. Yes, getting there, getting there. Good morning, it's another day, and I have just spent most of the morning sitting there on the chair thinking what on earth to do next. I've got containers, I've got empty spaces, I've still got 3 empty drawers here, 2 empty drawers here, but none of it is quite fitting right. And I've just had a thought. Yeah, I've even brought in an old freezer drawer from the shed. Over here we've got stuff in here and I'm thinking this shelf would actually be more useful as a bookshelf. I'm running out of spaces to keep my notebooks, so I'm thinking perhaps I could bring some of this over to here, as I have got the space. I'd also like up here next to the dog treats, I've got a tray of washi tape, which would be useful to not have here, because I do occasionally go into this box. Oh, it's really difficult. I'm tired today. I've got a feeling I'm not going to actually get much done. But I really want to clear this space so that I can get back to doing a little bit of art. One thing to show you, I have here, on this pile here, let me just stand back with it, a dress that got missed. This one didn't get, it hasn't had a photo shoot, it's not on the website, and these dresses are popular. I don't think there's any left on the website. So it's a chiffon goddess dress, and it's made out of pure silk. It's got this sort of ombre to this sort of burgundy colour. Obviously sheer. I think it looks cool over jeans with a vest underneath, or on the beach over a swimming costume. And the ribbons, it's really hard to show. I have to look on my website at others that have sold. We've got organza ribbons, so they're straps, and then at the back it just goes crisscross with some other ribbons, and then you can wrap it around your waist as well. This is beautiful. So if you want to save me from doing a photo shoot, I'll sell this for just £35, and I've seen things very similar to this for sale, even at Glastonbury Festival, for 3 or 4 times that amount. Yeah, pure silk, beautiful fabric, plus postage. I can't include postage in that, and I'm sorry I can't send to America at the moment. But yeah, if you're interested in this, then yeah, leave me a message below. Or find me, there's a contact form on threadsofafairytale.com. That's a little random interlude. Oh, and one size fits all. That is the full width of the fabric, and there's a bit of stretch in there too. My silence please from Bodleian Library. When the kids were still here, I used to hang this on my door when I was filming. Another treasure found again. We've got a bundle of antique purse frames. I was going to make some purses. Oh, they've even got little hooks so you can make them into like a shoulder bag. That's cool. I've got to do that. I've got to do that. Why isn't there like twice the amount of time in the day? Oh, I want to do so many things. It's not fair. That belongs with my sewing things. This is a wooden bowl full of trim, a bit of embroidery thread. Oh, we've got a flower fairy costume. For my Hornby flower fairies. That can go upstairs. Gosh, so what's in that envelope? I'll have to find out. What is that? Another one? That's another one. I must have bought these and just popped them there. This is the thing, that's the shelf nearest the door, so I just pop things there to take elsewhere around the house. I'm going to have to dig out this envelope, but I won't do it now because everything will fall off. But yeah, this is like a little bowl of goodies, basically, which is for trimming. Well, this is where it gets like complicated. It used to be very convenient that this was my craft, art and sewing room, because there are bits that cross over. Some of this stuff I could definitely use within my sewing, you know, trims around the neckline, that sort of thing, but also good for crafting, for my journal making. These sorts of things would be decoration. It sort of could belong in my sewing room or could belong here with my crafting bit. That's starting to get a bit too crowded. So I thought that this is empty, by the way. Oh, these cats cannot decide whether they want to go in or out. They're not getting used to the fact that the door's not wide open in the summer. It could sit there. It could just sit there looking pretty if I neaten it up a bit and hide the card. Something needs to go here. I can't have a space. It will just fill with stuff and look messy. So whatever needs goes here, and ideally not be too tall because I love this. It's so pretty. What I did with that shelf I think looks so pretty. Maybe I just do that. Maybe I just have that there. I'm not so sure what's in this one. We've got some silk painting I did when I was, I don't know, about 9 or 10. From a silk painting kit that my aunt and uncle bought me. Some fabric rose petals, that can definitely go up to the sewing room. Maybe this one can go up to the sewing room actually. I think this is more sewing-y stuff. Some of this is definitely more crafty. I've got my feather fan. I used that as a prop when I was doing some sort of burlesque themed, sort of circus themed outfits. But yeah, there's all sorts of strange things in here. And no sooner had I done that and taken out those ink sprays, I changed my mind entirely. I don't know if you remember, but about a year ago I did a whole series of light fast tests on my ink sprays, and quite a lot of them were awful. I separated them into groups, some that were perfectly fine for using in my art and some that were okay but did fade or change slightly. Hello again. I have absolutely no idea when I was last filming this particular video about this particular area of my studio. I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. I've got a feeling it's been a while. I've just been so busy. This autumn to winter has just flown by. It's been crazy. I've just been so busy with various different projects, sorting the house for Christmas, and yes. So if you've been watching my channel over a few years, you'll know that this studio / study becomes a bit of a dumping ground over Christmas. We've got all sorts in the way now. A lot you can't see actually because you're a bit too close. So it's going to take me a little while to get myself back to the tidier stage it was, I presume it was, when I was last talking to you. I've now got paintings sort of drying. Actually, I think these are probably dry now and ready to be packed away. And then that will bring us some more space. But the reason why I've sort of come over here to give you a little update is this corner, which I didn't really include before in this video, but really should be. I need to clear out because I've been given an easel for Christmas. It was something I asked for, and I had planned all along that I would need to move this stuff elsewhere. So we have a painting here. That's heading towards the kitchen. That's going to go in the kitchen, but because it was just sort of loose and around, it came in here for safekeeping over Christmas. Now I can't find anywhere to prop it up. Yeah, so that can go back in the living room again, and this year I'm absolutely determined to sort out my art. I've got art I want on the walls in here, art I want on the walls in the living room, art I want on the walls in the kitchen, and it's been a couple of years and I need to sort this out. It's going on my resolutions list for sure. This painting out the way and this painting out the way. Now, the reason why I'm sort of standing here and not closer to this spot is on the floor here I have got, and these, oh no, they're too heavy to lift up. I've got 3 really heavy boxes full of these 20 by 16 inches watercolour canvas panels. They're being discontinued. They have already been discontinued and I'm absolutely gutted, but so glad I noticed because it meant I bought 3 boxes. Each box I think has 20 panels in them. Does it say down here? So that should keep me going for a little while. Nowhere to put them. But really what I'm trying to get to is move this big box out of the way. Yeah, this easel, by the way, is not really strong enough and sturdy enough to be an actual usable easel. It's more for display. This box just contains, oh, we've got 2 boxes we've got to move. Let me see, if I move this out of the way, perhaps I can just, oh dear, lean these forward to remind you what's behind here. We've got a chest of drawers. This has got my crafting things in it, and boxes piled up on top and some crafty stuff piled on top, and on top of that arty things piled up on top. So all of this is going to be moved over to that side of the room. This chest of drawers has been there before, so I do know it fits just. It does make that area of my room feel a bit claustrophobic. And actually, as I'm honing down and sort of clearing out art supplies I don't really use or need, I'm hoping that maybe I can start amalgamating this chest of drawers into my corner chest of drawers and maybe eventually get rid of it or get rid of that one, I'm not sure which. So I just thought, in a very rambling Helen way, I would explain what I'm about to do and then probably a cue time lapse of me somehow moving this all out the way and making space over there for the chest of drawers to go in. Which also means I need to start the video that's going to be that side of the room. Was I going to do a video for that side of the room? I don't know. Maybe not. It's just mess on that side of the room. It doesn't really need a studio declutter video, I don't think. Okay, let's get to it. Actually, do you know what? I'm saying let's get to it like I'm about to do this now. I'm filming this now while it's still just about daylight. I'm actually going to do some testing of my new Christmas watercolours before the sun drops completely, and then I will get back to tidying up. I've got a zoom in 3/4 of an hour. I'd like it looking a little better in my background before then, so wish me luck. Here's my newly organised palettes that are mainly Ferrero Rocher pots, plus some other palettes that are sort of spare, need cleaning. I decided to only keep 4. That should be enough. Plus this big one, useful if I need to use a roller. I found some air drying clay that's gone solid. This is my stack of Ferrero Rocher pots that are too good. I can't bring myself to throw them away, so they're going in the kitchen somewhere. And then this is my stack, along with a lollipop I found, of used ones that I didn't clean. Actually, some of them I did clean, some of them I didn't, and I think these are just going to go in the bin. So now I'm going to just give this shelf a clean, and then I'm going to see if these frames will fit in that spot, because they're just too big and heavy and cumbersome to keep at the top. It's a nice idea because there's a lot of space on that top shelf up to the ceiling, so it would have been handy, but it's just not really working. So fingers crossed. I measured them, it's literally by the millimetre, so until I get it off the shelf and try it I won't know. I just stacked all of these in and wasn't filming, which is really annoying because that would have been a good little zoop, zoop, zoop clip. Never mind. So these fit with a little slant, so that will do. They stick out a bit more than I wanted, so it could be temporary. Or I might swap them to, actually I'm probably going to swap them to the other end. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I will get my zooms shot after all. So that's what the top shelf is looking like now. I've put the boxes of acrylics plus the empty box on the end here. I'm not overly happy with this because at the moment this is empty, but I obviously want to keep something in it to make the space worthwhile, which then makes it quite difficult to get to because we've got one palette thing balancing at the top. I suppose I can move that. That's the thing, we don't want things just tipping and falling. See, it already is like here, if I take these out then all these pieces of paper are going to fall. And it's stuff like that that I want to sort until that is not the situation. Oops. My next decision is this plastic box is really ugly. It's really ugly. Do I swap it with this group of cardboard boxes containing paper and canvases? We are getting there. I might swap some of these around a bit so this blue foamy box doesn't show so badly, it looks so ugly. I'm so nearly there, so I want to finish. But this bookshelf is looking such a mess. I hadn't really intended it to be part of this video, but I want it all tidied up. And I've got so many new art books that need a home. So yeah, I'm going to start concentrating on getting some of this done and neatened up. Particularly the bit on the floor there that I was sort of trying to avoid showing you. Well, hello folks. It is now February. I started this video in September. And I have to admit, there are still tiny niggles that aren't perfect, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but I've got to the point where I've just realised I have to cut corners in some places and get on with getting the most of it done. The most of it done. So here we are. Here is the finished shelf, whole like section of my art studio. From there to there. To be honest, I'm really pleased. Now, as you can see, there's a new introduction, which is the easel. That wasn't here. Let me get this slide. That wasn't here when I started, and when I started I had no expectations of getting one. So that is the main issue here. But I am on the whole really pleased with what I managed to do here. Everything looks so nice. I particularly love this area with with my watercolours and my inks and my paper flowers. It just looks so pretty, this bit there. The rest of it is mainly practical rather than aesthetically pleasing. But I still have like my old ballet shoes there and some flowers and my parasol that I use at Glastonbury Festival sort of hanging here. So there's still like little bits that keep it nice. And I've got my new drawers here that were originally gonna go, if you saw the corner declutter, which was the first major declutter, they were bought for there. It just didn't fit with my more modern things that I've got for storage over there. So I think it looks really nice here. It looks good, doesn't it? I'm so pleased. And it's just like, I know probably to you there's not, I suppose, a massive drastic difference here, but I just feel so happier with everything organised and in a much more productive manner. Oh, I'm missing, this is my watercolour box and I've been keeping it up here. They don't stay in place, those watercolours. If you put them on their side, they all tip all over the place. So they have to stay flat. That's the best option that I've managed to come up with, which makes this whole area a little bit sort of top heavy and not ideal, but I guess we can't have everything perfect, can we? As you can see down here, I did decide to swap around the stuff that was under there, and then we've got a small portfolio case and my big portfolio case didn't fit, that's still under there. I'll stop waffling on. Oh no, one last thing is I'm so pleased I did decide to include this bookshelf with this tidy up because it looks so lovely now. And that bit, this top shelf in particular, that's always in shot when I'm doing my Zoom calls, and I often glance up and think, oh, that just looks so bad. We've now got art books on 2 shelves, notebooks on 2 shelves, and yeah, that looks so much better, so much better. Okay, I shall finish this video here. I hope you've enjoyed watching my big declutter and tidy up and sort out of this area of my art studio. It's always so nice to get something like that done. So thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe, do hype this video if you enjoyed it. So we've done that bit. Do go back and watch that video if you haven't seen it. We'll do that section next. Do take care and I'll see you soon. Bye. New spot, Lyra? A nice new spot. A little bit of space on that shelf now.